You feel it all around you, the quiet tug of gravity, like an unseen hand. It holds the moon close and the tides in rhythm. And yet, in distant corners of the universe, gravity becomes a roaring silence. You begin your journey at the edge of understanding, drawn toward the unseen. You lie still. Your breath is soft, and the room around you fades into a gentle blur. Somewhere in the background, the hum of the earth continues, quiet and steady. It's easy to forget, in this stillness, that you are not resting on a flat and unchanging world, but riding on a sphere that spins and soars through space. Beneath you, gravity holds you close. It doesn't shout. It doesn't sparkle. But it never lets go. Like a mother's arm beneath a sleeping child, gravity cradles everything. It binds you gently to the surface of the earth. It tugs the oceans into tides, pulling them toward the moon and letting them fall back again like the breath of the planet. It lifts nothing, and yet it holds everything. You begin to notice it more, the way your body feels anchored, your limbs pulled toward the ground, not with weight, but with belonging. Gravity, after all, isn't just a force. It's the reason you don't drift away. It's the quiet agreement between your body and the earth. And this same agreement extends far beyond your world. High above, the moon circles. The planets will slowly around the sun. The sun itself dances around the center of the galaxy. None of it random. All of it held, connected, balanced by this invisible thread, gravity. A force so familiar you rarely think about it, and yet so powerful that it binds entire galaxies into graceful spirals. Close your eyes and imagine you are floating in space. There's no floor beneath you, no ceiling above, just stars. Everywhere, stars. You float in silence, and still you fall, because gravity never sleeps. Even here, far from Earth, it finds you. Not in a straight line, but in curves. In space, gravity doesn't pull like a rope, it bends like a whisper. It reshapes the very fabric of the cosmos. Light bends around stars. Time stretches near massive objects. Space folds gently under weight. Einstein once said that gravity is the curve of space itself, like a stretched sheet under a heavy ball. Imagine that now, a soft sheet in the dark, gently pulled downward by something unseen, and you rolling slowly toward the dip. That curve is gravity. It isn't sharp. It doesn't rush. It is slow and steady and quiet. Every object with mass, your hand, a rock, the moon, creates a dent in space. The larger the object, the deeper the dent. And just like marbles roll toward a dip in a trampoline, planets move along the curves created by stars. They don't need to be pushed. They fall into the grooves left by gravity's gentle hand. You might think that falling is fast, but not here. Not in space. In space, falling can mean orbiting. It can mean drifting endlessly, always moving, always curving, never landing. The moon, for instance, is always falling toward the earth. But it's also moving sideways, just fast enough that it keeps missing, creating an eternal circle, a soft dance in the sky. The planets do the same around the sun. The sun does the same around the galaxy's center. It's a spiral of spirals, a quiet ballet choreographed by the oldest force in the universe. And gravity never forgets. Long after a star burns out, its gravity remains. Even when light is gone, the pull lingers, an invisible footprint in the fabric of space. Some of those remnants are quiet, some are dense, and some, in rare and powerful moments, become something else entirely. But not yet. For now, you are floating in the embrace of gravity's gentler face. You feel the earth beneath you, yes, but you also feel the weight of the moon's pull in your tides, the sun's pull in your seasons, the galaxy's pull in your bones. Every atom in your body is influenced by everything else with mass. The entire universe is, in a way, reaching for you. You are part of this web. You are never alone. Even when you sleep, gravity watches over you, holding you close, not tightly, but persistently. It does not forget. It does not release. And yet, not all gravity is gentle. Far away, far beyond the reach of our sun, gravity becomes something else. When enough mass gathers in one place, when a star dies and its light goes out, gravity deepens its grip. It pulls tighter. It curves space so sharply that not even light can escape. These places are called black holes. They are not monsters. They are not portals. They are not noise. They are silence, pure, absolute silence. But how does a star, so bright and full of energy, become something that no longer lets light escape? What happens when gravity grows so strong that even time begins to warp? What happens to the light? What happens to the star? And perhaps, what happens to you if you fall too close? The answers begin with a death, a beautiful, powerful kind of death. When a massive star burns through its fuel, it can no longer resist gravity's tug. Without the outward pressure of fusion, the core collapses in on itself, and gravity, no longer balanced, rushes in. The collapse is sudden, swift, and profound. It does not stop at a solid core. It keeps going deeper and deeper until the matter itself is compressed beyond recognition. The result is a black hole. It doesn't explode. It doesn't crack. It simply disappears from sight. And yet, the black hole remains. Not as a thing, exactly, but as a region in space where gravity is so intense, so tightly curled, that it creates a boundary, the event horizon. You cannot see inside. You cannot look away. Light itself bends around it, like a river around a stone. Everything near it feels its presence. But nothing, no signal, no particle, no information can escape once it crosses that invisible edge. Or so it was once believed. Because while the surface of a black hole may appear like an ending, many now think it may be something else entirely, a beginning of new questions. What happens to the matter that falls in? Where does the information go? Is it erased, like ink soaked into the ocean? Or is it written somewhere, preserved, remembered, transformed? You float there now, gently, at the edge of understanding. The universe is quiet. The pull is real. And ahead of you, a star's final whisper still lingers in the curve of space, waiting to tell you what it left behind.